Turn it up, Kale.
Turn it up.
Not the funky music, just the regular off-season
Regular,
Tuesday.
normal. But turn it up, though.
Music,
But
but
turn it up.
to a moderate level. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets Podcast.
Let's go.
Live from the studio. Boy, it feels so good. This is the best part of the day.
It really is.
This really is. Maybe, well, there's other parts of the day that are good. This is right up there. S tier part of the day. The DNVR Nuggets Show.
Absolutely one of the best parts
It's
of the day.
one of the best parts.
Undoubtedly one of the best parts of the day.
We got a great show for you today because I enjoyed the games we've been playing lately. I just want to frame everything as a game now. And
Why not?
Why not look at some stats from last year and try to predict for all the players and say, are these going up or down? That's going to be the content of today's show. Joining us is Brendan Vogt.
5, 6.5 up or down in the next year.
What? 5'6"? He's going. I think it's going to be right. I'm going to take the line.
Yeah, it might not change.
I think it's going to be 5'6".
Late growth sport. Still waiting.
Over here, Harrison.
Over under another chalupa for me this week.
Oh, are you talking about our partners, Taco Bell?
Yeah, no, our great partners over at Taco Bell already had a chalupa today.
Already
have a Baja Blast.
Do you think
Frozen Baja Blast.
Do you think that we could convince them to make us the quesarito?
So I think you can still order it.
Where?
You have to order it through the app.
Really? It's on the
Yeah.
app? All right.
So we're going to
definitely
do
doing
that on
quesaritos.
this show. We're going to do that.
We'll
soon.
do it somewhere for sure. We're going to get quesarito. I've never had one, so this will be
I've never had one either.
This will be. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of quesaritos, man. They're really good. They're really good.
That's what we're getting into today. But our top story, Kale is back. Everybody, get on air horns. Let's go. Kale, how long have you been gone? 3 months?
No, I took a week off.
Oh, okay.
But
I gotta say, Kale, you walked into the office with a glow today. You look good, man.
Thank you. I got new glasses. I'm a little tan. It's good.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were sunburned, but tan. We'll go with tan.
Let them have it.
People
by
like
my
me and
standards.
Kale, we only burn.
Yeah, it'll be burned. It is fun looking at these numbers, man. We're going to dive right into it because there are a lot of players for us to go through. I do want to put, before we get into it, though, I will say it was funny reading the comments yesterday because there are those plays. For example, the game-winning dunk from AG.
Remember that?
There was also that shot against Toronto in like 2019 where Jokic gets fouled and he kind of heaves it and it goes in, and it's like, was he that intentional? You never know. Well, yesterday I posited the theory that maybe Jokic's weight gain, which he does admittedly look like he has just been eating a lot of chivapi.
Yeah.
That maybe, to me, it's the same thing where it's like, yeah, I don't know if it was a pass, but it could have been. I don't know if he was trying to do this, but he's so good. This is how I feel about that one. I'm not saying that I think he intentionally looks like Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just saying he looks like Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're just making an observation.
Just observing over
Quick
here.
related
Observing.
observation.
Noticing.
Did you guys see the Nuggets either today or yesterday? The official Denver Nuggets account put out videos of Jokic doing reverse dunks in the layup line.
Yeah, that was almost perfectly to dispel that he has like gotten new hops.
Although I will say the one we saw
I agree.
looks a lot different.
I'm so glad you
These
said
are like
this.
comically rim grazers, and he almost looks like he's doing it as a bit. The one in the Serbia game, I was like, hang on.
It's his best dunk since the that charity game he played in.
What do I not remember?
It was the Goran Dragic charity game.
Retirement game?
Yeah, retirement game.
He had a banger in that one. I don't
He did.
remember it.
He
Man,
did.
see,
It was a breakaway though.
I don't remember
It was
the dunks.
in game.
How funny would it be
In game Statue of
if
Liberty.
Jokic at age 30, 31 is his best dunking gear ever? It's on the table because his best dunking gear ever is like 20 dunks.
Yeah.
That might be more of just a mindset thing.
Could be.
If he wants to have some banger dunks, he can probably have them.
So who had the story that was saying like, oh, it was KCP who was saying, you're like LeBron, you just can't dunk. And apparently Yoke took it personal and then had that dunk on AD. And he was like, all right, you got it, Yoke. Because he like looked at him like, see, So maybe it is a thing, and guys are like, "Dude, you can't dunk," and he's like,
He's
dunk
listened
year.
to Stephen A. say he can't jump
yeah.
over a phone book over 100 times, and he was like, "I've had enough."
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Or he's had the ability to do this the whole time, but he just decided to be really cool if he kept it in his back pocket. Do you remember in the training camp year where he did a fake windmill and he got like 6 inches off the ground, just chucked it off the ground?
That's his signature dunk, to be honest.
But I'm saying this last thing, I was like, hang on, that was a real dunk. I don't even think you were trying to make us laugh. I think you were trying to show us.
As always, we're going to jump into these over-unders. Play along with us in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. We always see the comments here. If you are late to the show, hit the comments below. Let's start, Kale, with one Jamal Murray. And I'm going to start with the easy one, 36.1 minutes. It would be a disaster, in my opinion, if Jamal Murray played over 36.1 minutes. In fact, I think that number is like 2 minutes down. So I think this is the easiest under the next season.
I think it should have been under this last season. And I think, Russ was a guy who, maybe in the aggregate, your ball handling was lacking, but you had a backup point guard. And I think, I think Malone liked to give Murray extra 3 to 4 minutes. I think it was just a joint sort of kind of thing that they were in on together. And I'm curious to see if David Adelman has a different approach to whether it's how heavily he relies on the stagger, whether it's just every starter plays fewer minutes because we're deeper.
Right.
Whatever it looks like, does Murray play less? Or is it just throwing him out there in fewer garbage times, which I feel like Malone did a lot with Murray as well. Sometimes he just kind of let him stick around. So this number should go down, I think.
36 minutes per game was a career high last year. It was the most Murray's ever played. And his previous career high was 35 and a half minutes, and that was pre-ACL.
Right.
So
probably a bad sign.
This was just a massive, massive jump. And honestly, it led to Jamal having his least efficient offensive season. The numbers look about the same compared to his last couple of years, but if you dive into it, he was less efficient last season.
Right.
But yeah, that's definitely got to be a focus. Those minutes got to come down.
There's no world to me. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood. There's almost no world to me where he plays more than 36.1 minutes next year. So I think that one's easy down.
There was a point last year where he was top 5 in minutes per game, like 3 months into the season.
And part of it, if you recall, we speculated are they trying to get him in shape?
I think that is part of it sometimes.
Or are they trying to get him to the All-Star game?
Or maybe that as well, yeah. So you keep it in mind when we look at all these numbers when we're taking over-unders, because if he's playing fewer minutes, that means his production per minute has to go up if you're taking an over. So 21.4 points. We do this every single year. He's the most consistent scorer in the NBA. He scores almost the exact same per 36 every single year of his career. And yet, I think I'm taking the over this year. I think he's going to average 22 points a game. Not like crazy. I think it's going to be like 22. But it is, hey, that's meaningful.
But via an actual leap in production, not just time in the court. You're saying he really actually improves significantly as a scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see a slight increase as well. I think he's going to have like 22, just what you said, very slight. I think he's going to have a slightly more efficient season, but with slightly fewer minutes. Maybe one more 3 a game or something like that.
Yeah. 34.1 minutes, which is on the edge of what I think is appropriate for him, and 22 points. I think that feels right.
I'll take the under, but it's
really,
but the total swing is very minimal. Like I think like 21 for me.
Well, perhaps that's because you think he is going to be a man of assists this year. 6.0 assists. Now, if you look at his history here, he did have 6.5 in 2024, which was a high. Do you think his assists go up?
I do. I'm taking the over here. I think, as with a lot of things with Murray this season, in terms of what could be different, I'm starting with potentially the non-Jokic minutes. And if those are productive minutes and not futile minutes with him as a lead guard and a true center, a real floor spacer on the wing and Tim Hardaway, and then whoever else does or does not stagger, those minutes should be minutes in which Murray produces, not just kind of get some cardio in. And I also think the starting lineup should have hopefully a little bit of kind of away from the big 3.5 structure they had and increasingly into this just, we saw bits of it last year, but hopefully with Cam, it can fully flesh out. Like the numbers matter less than how healthy the unit is, if that makes sense.
Over more shooters. Nuggets have more shooters this year. You got more places to pass the ball. I just think he and whatever lineups he's in is going to take advantage of that.
Do you think it's over like 6.5 like it was in 2024? Or do you think this is a year it's like 7.5? Like a meaningful jump?
I could say 6.5, probably.
Okay.
So
Just
little slightly, yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Like, his numbers are probably going to look about the same.
They're probably going to look very, 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 very near identical.
I actually agree with Wind. I'm taking over on points and the over on assists. I guess I do agree with Wind. That's the year of Jamal Murray.
That's not even me.
That's what you
D-line.
said. No, you keep saying it. But I actually do think Jamal's going to benefit from this just because even these bench lineups have coherent, have shooting, have spacing. Yeah. I do think a healthy offseason and maybe some motivation is going to make him not crazy better. This isn't going to be the All-Star year in my opinion, although I would love it and welcome it. I don't think. But I do think 6.5, 22 points, 6.5. That's up in both categories. That'd be great. 39.3% from three last year.
It's a tough one.
His career is 38.1, although in the last several years it's been higher than that. What do you think, Wind?
I'll go higher.
Hot year from three.
I don't know why. I'm just going to say higher.
Incredible analysis.
He shot 42.5% from three in 2024.
He did.
That's significantly over his career average. Yeah. I wonder what it was about that season, not last year, but the year before, the title defending season that had that big of a jump.
40, 42.5, 40 as his last 4 years, basically, rounding up.
Yeah. So the money's on 40.
Or I'm sorry, 39 last year, rounding appropriately.
It's probably almost identical. I'm going to say lower. I'm going to say under on the percentage, but because I'm that's tied to, I think it'll be higher volume.
I kind of like this one too. I think I'm going to go chalk here and say about even, but maybe slightly down, like 39.1 or something like that. But I also think as we go to our next one, 3-point field goal attempts, this is the number I think is going to be high. That was a career low on a per 36, I believe, basis. Yeah. It was a career low. So, or maybe I just mixed up my notes here. Nope, it's correct. On a per 36 basis, it was his lowest 3-point attempt rate that he has had in his career.
And that's so weird considering they had no shooting.
I don't know if that, I think those things actually track.
Yeah.
I think that there was just more pressure, more difficulty for him to create this year.
You just got to get a bucket.
Yeah. And this year, I think he might be able to find more catch and shoot threes. The ball gets popping a little bit more. And also, teams just have to make compromises. Like we have to go under screens because every time we chase, the rotations have to happen. So we're not going to do that. And he gets a few more pull up 3-pointers and pick and roll.
I would like that. I would also just like that sort of mentality shift for Murray, which is not. It's like easy to say from my seat, of course, and what Murray's approach yielded the title, but it just seems like in a lead guard in a healthier offense, I think you don't want to settle for threes, but you don't want to pass on open threes either. And I think sometimes Murray is a catch and survey guy before he's a catch and shoot guy. Again, it's largely worked out for him, but I just wonder if as the leagues change and the rosters change, maybe there's room for him kind of punching up the 3-point rate a bit.
I think there's room for Jamal to start playing like an elite 3-point shooter. And I almost feel like he doesn't play like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll pass up some threes. He loves to kind of take his time, really work for a bucket, put his defender in the mix, back him down, fade away, that type of thing. If he played more like the elite shooter that he is, because he is. I think Jamal Murray's an elite shooter. He's one of, if however you want to categorize it, he's an elite shooter. If he just took that 3-point shot every time he got it, every time he was open, I feel like we'd see the proof. We'd see the results.
The last one here is 16.7 field goal attempts. And this is an interesting one to me because it really brings us to this concept of just what are shots going to be like in general. I think the ball's going to be popping. The bench does have more guys. Part of me wonders if this goes down, threes go up, but shots overall go down.
Yeah. I've wondered that too. I was thinking.
But I also wonder if the big beneficiary from all these extra good players is just Jamal. And Jokic's numbers are the ones that go down, and Jamal's is the guy that kind of benefits the most, takes advantage of that the most, and the team's like, all right, you kind of cook. So I might zig on this one and go slight over. I could see him taking a lot of shots this year.
I mean, if you look at his 3-pointers just shots per 36 minutes last year, 19.1 in 2023-24, and then down to 16.7 last year. Was that just the Westbrook effect?
Maybe, probably.
Westbrook's taking up a lot of shots.
I think that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I also think it's just more that the teams last year on the whiteboard preparing for the game said, stop Jokic, stop Jamal.
True.
This year it's going to be stay with Cam, stay with Tim Hardaway. There's more guys on the scouting
let
report.
Jokic be a scorer.
So I might take the over. I think Jamal might benefit in the numbers category and even in the usage category the most from all this extra talent.
I'm going to say the thing I'm confident on the over most is assists.
Okay.
And then everything else, I think, maybe, but my unders are all slight, I think, as Wynn so astutely pointed out.
Yeah, it's Jamal. We're like, it's going to be the same.
It's going to be the same. Jokic gets better every year. Jamal's the same every year.
All right, let's take a break. On the other side, we're going to get to Christian Braun. But in the meantime, let us know. Hop in the chat. What do you think Jamal's numbers are going to look like, up or down, generally speaking?
Shout out to our friends over at American Financing. You're thinking about buying a home in Colorado? Well, you're not the only one. And now might be your best shot. We're in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market. Competition is down. Serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. If you're a first-time buyer, maybe you're looking to buy a new house. Maybe you're trying to upgrade, downsize. Now is the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. And also, when you work with both American Financing and their partner, American Home Agents, you can save an additional 1% up to $10,000 on your home loan. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. You could buy a home right now with as little as 3% down. And with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. 303-695-7000. That's American Financing, 303-695-7000 or AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
What's Jamal's ceiling this year? I don't know. But I know about roofs. I know more about roofs.
Ooh, the ceiling is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof. The roof is the... Here's what I know about roofs. It's time to go with the pros, and the pros are Red Hawk Roofing. They're Denver's best roofers. They're on DNVR's team. And going with the pros at Red Hawk Roofing allows you to get your roof checked once a year. Consider it preventative medicine for the home you pour your life into, and consider it an establishment of a really healthy relationship with a local business that wants to look out for you, the consumer. They want to make sure that you're satisfied with that product, and they're less about kind of taking your money where they can. They're more about wanting you to tell your neighbor or your friend, hey, if you have some roof damage, there are some guys we trust. Trust is a key word for Red Hawk Roofing. So supporting your local teams means also supporting local businesses like Red Hawk Roofing. If you're looking for a new roof over your home or business, be sure to check out Red Hawk Roofing at redhawkroofing.com or call 720-771-8921. Tell them DNVR sent you.
Alrighty, back here, segment 2. Make sure you throw us a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Christian Braun is up next. This one's interesting as well because he had such I almost said inflated year, maybe not. 33.9 minutes per game. My hunch is again that this too goes down, but I keep trying to get everybody to 33.9 minutes. So I'm not sure with him, Wind, but I still think I would take an under on the minutes.
Really? I might take over. I could see a scenario where Christian Braun plays the second most minutes per game on the Nuggets. Maybe
Yoke.
the most.
Behind Yoke.
Yeah.
But why?
Why not? He's your best defender. He had this unbelievable season last year. Like, he helps any lineup he's out there with. I'm sitting on this show for the last couple of days talking myself into Christian Braun just
I think it's a good take.
An even better season than he had last year somehow.
Because here's the default is his numbers jump so much, you're like, they'll probably come down. But it does remind me a little bit of Jokic when we were doing this back in like 2018.
Better?
And we're like, he got all the way up to 20 points, but he's not a scorer, so I don't know. And then
Right.
It's like, no, he is.
Like, why shouldn't he play the most minutes on the team?
He is young, sturdy.
Yeah.
He was exhausted last year,
Devil's advocate on the minutes played. Yes, like that. Playing as hard as Christian Braun likes to play across 82 and then 2 7-game series is costly. And it was an adjustment for him becoming a starter in the NBA for the first time. So I think that's part of it. The other thing is now you kind of have two guys that maybe could get some minutes at shooting guard depending on the night.
I agree.
Yeah, you definitely have more depth.
You just have more options. You have more. You can afford to not play Christian more than you could last year.
I'm going to go under on this one. 15.4 points per game. I'll let you start this one. He scored so much, man.
I'm actually
6-point jump.
All right. So what if I told you that I'm buying Christian Braun improves, provides more utility as a player next season, but the points per game could go down?
I mean, it seems very logical.
That's what I'm selling right now for sure. I think I'm taking under on the points per game, but I'm excited about Christian's season.
Win, do it. Come on, do it. Let's go.
Just slightly. I could see him averaging like 16 something next season. He's not taking nearly the jump that he took from year 2 to year 3. Like, come on. But I just think everything's going to go up, man. Like,
is there a world though that he is an 18 point per game scorer?
Absolutely.
And going forward, we're talking
next
about
to Nikola Jokic.
Yeah. but even just like, I mean, I'm telling you, he's strong. I think one of the things about Christian that I believe is that he really understood that no matter what I think I am, the team wants me to be in this box. Mm-hmm. And over time, that box got a little bit bigger. But I wonder, he gets a contract, as I expect to happen here in the next 6 weeks or so, gets a contract extension, has security for years to come. And if it's like, this is the year I expand, I can dribble. I'm going to attack.
Yeah. And last year, he fixed the one thing that he needed to boost his points per game like he did. He's an amazing finisher at the rim now.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
70-something% at the rim. Like
76 or something, like really good.
Yeah. And in the regular season, that's a very, very acceptable shooting clip, like on that volume from 3. Like, obviously, that's a very different and important conversation in the playoffs. But just as far as his ability to produce on any given game night, like that's there too.
5.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists. I'll combine these ones. Which one of these numbers is most likely to go up?
Probably rebounds.
Why? Just because he's a big guy.
Yeah. And he's probably got to make up a little bit for Mike's rebounding, leaving.
Yeah, could be.
They might ask him to just get on the glass more.
And maybe the emphasis just is for Christian, hey, less transition demon and more like Josh Hart, half-court havoc wreaker. Like,
the offensive glass.
Who grabs that offensive rebound? Like, there's maybe 4 guys in the league that grabs it. Christian every now and then does that.
He's actually really good at it when he needs to be.
So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is kind of less leaking out and cherry picking and more kind of hard-nosed, dirt on your fingernails kind of plays.
I speculated this the other day, but if Aaron Gordon does take on more lead ball handling duties, which again, I don't know if this is going to happen, but it's an interesting thought, and you move Cam off ball, obviously you have Jamal off ball. Is Christian in the dunker? And in that case, is he rebounding maybe a little bit more, or drop out, like around the rim a little bit more, or just slashing from the corner? Like he's in the corner, but he's slashing from there.
I mean, ideally, you have the shooters to where you can not have him on the 3-point line,
Right, exactly. Or maybe he's handling, and here's where I'm going, because I'm actually going to go assist on this one. And you're high on Christian, I'm high on him. So I think I'm high on his passing. I think I'm high on his ball handling and passing, not as this awesome ball handler and table setter, but as somebody who's better than what he's shown, because that's the part that's been in the box. And I just wonder, in a team where the ball's popping, the defense is always scrambling, if he's a little bit better at those finishing passes. Yeah. Jokic makes a crazy pass to Cam. Cam takes one dribble, hits it to cutting CB. CB goes to the rim, drops it off for AG for a dunk. And there's just a lot of those, and he's really good at them. So I'm going to take his assists over, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 3.3. By the way, if you look at his assists, the last 2 months of the season, he was at 4 a game.
God, this team's going to be so good.
Do you remember when Christian passed out of transition?
It's over his head like this one?
Like the second half of the year was maybe the first time he did it all year, and Russ was so hyped. He was like, you actually did it.
Oh, on the break.
He was on the break. He's like, you actually passed the ball.
All right, this one's fun. 94 dunks. Ooh. He had 94 dunks last year.
That seems like a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, it's over 1 a game.
But I'm going over.
Spacing's a little better.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat saying Adelman said he's going to slow it down. When did he say that?
He just said that he said they don't play fast.
I'm not buying that Adelman is going to slow it down.
I think Russ is going to slow it down. Or no Russ. Yeah. Russ, that's the part I might feel.
Christian got most of his transition looks off Joker, not Russ.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, that team kind of had some cherry picking tendencies all regular season long.
Bruce can push the pace too.
Yeah, but not like Russ. So Russ, I think,
like Russ.
That's like his most special skill.
Absolutely.
I might take the under here because 94 is a lot. They did play fast. He did get a lot of dunks in transition, but I think they're going to be better dunks than ever.
I don't know, man. I was actually looking through some of his posters today.
Crazy ones, man.
He had that one on Gobert.
Yeah.
He had that one against Toronto. Yeah. He had a couple other crazy ones.
You need to put these on the account, man.
He's an underrated dunker.
We need a 10 best CB dunks.
Yeah, we need a CB dunk mixtape.
How about 30-point season high? He had a 30-point game last year. We talked about this yesterday a little bit with the 50-point game potential, but that's unrealistic, right? That's like a crazy thing. 30-point though?
Single game high.
35, little 35 piece from CB.
It's so ambitious to go higher than that, but I kind of want to.
30, but we felt kind of crazy when we're like, damn, 30 points. Because wasn't he like perfect from the field for something?
He was 12 of 16 in that game.
And but I think he was like 8 of 8 or 9 of 9 to start.
But he had so many games like that, though.
Yeah.
But that does feel like the highest end outcome of just sort of we left him open and he hit them all. You know what I mean?
Get a lot of fast breaks that just happen to go to you.
Yeah, it's like kind of hard to be like, that happens even more. But it could. I mean, it could. Of course it could.
I'm going to give him a 34-point game.
Yeah.
I think he has one other game where
he just has so many games that are 12 of 16, 11 of 15. He had a 12 of 14 game last year. For only 26 points, he didn't take any threes. 8 of 11, 9 of 12. Like, these are crazy efficient
just
games.
From eating in the,
Yeah. All right, Cam Johnson's a fun one. We turn here. 31.6 minutes per game. Here's the thing about Cam Johnson.
That seems low for a Nuggets starter.
It's yeah, but it's underrated that he doesn't play that many games. He has never played. Last year was the most minutes he's ever played, 31.6. He's only played 30 minutes per game one other time in his career.
Yeah.
Also in Brooklyn, and it was only in 25 games.
It was because the Nuggets just play their starters way more than other teams. So we just are accustomed to seeing a starter and seeing 33 minutes next to them.
Yes and no. It's also just no matter how you slice it or how you look at the Brooklyn years, just a matter of fact is that Cam has not been an Iron Man. Like he just doesn't play a ton of minutes. He doesn't play a lot of games. So
there's a lot of he's coming back from an ankle injury. We're not playing him heavy tonight.
Right. Which, or just, hey man, like we don't mind if we lose this game if you want to take this one. You know? But that
didn't affect minutes per game.
But that's what I'm saying though. My point is just, you could, no matter how you slice it that way, both games and minutes per game, like he's just never been that. And I'm not saying he can't be, but it is worth noting that he never has.
This is why doing these exercises is interesting. 31.6. If I didn't tell you the context, and you didn't look it up, you'd be like, oh, over for sure. He's going to play 32, 33 like all the other starters. But he's never done that before. And that's where it's a little bit interesting. I still think over because I think he's a true starter. But it does have me wondering if he's only going to play like 32 minutes a game and he's the lowest minute starter of all of them.
Yeah. I'll take the slight over, but I'll take the under on his points.
So 18.8 points, which was a career high last year. Michael Porter averaged 18.2 last year in that same role. 18.8, you're going under.
Yeah.
CB up, Cam down.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a, I mean, Cam was in more.
He's going from number one option to the fifth option in the starting five or fourth option.
I completely agree with that. The only flip side is he's also a guy who admittedly loves catch and shoot. And like, he's going to get more of those as a not top option in Denver than he did.
Here's a take I have about Cam. I think we're going to be a little frustrated by how safe Cam Johnson plays it.
Really? Oh, I like this take.
He's coming from the Nets, coming from a team that hasn't been trying to win games, into a championship contender with the best player in the world. I think he's going to be in the mode of, I just don't want to mess this up.
2018 Jokic, first month of the year, where we're like, what's he doing?
Right. We're like, dude, just drive the ball. You have a wide open lane. Like,
right.
I think this is a great take.
Like catch and shoot threes, like he'll take those every time he gets them.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff that we know he can do, I wonder if he's just going to, at least at the beginning of the season, just be a little just hands off.
Like you get Bruce Brown telling you at the podium, we're trying to tell Cam, just be a little more aggressive.
I'm jealous of the take. I think it's a good one because I could totally see it. Because I will say this, it's something I really believe. Players with the mentality that I'm a role player have a hard time stepping into being more aggressive. And I think he's that type of guy. So I could totally see that happening. Man, I think I go under as well on this one. I love Cam. I think he's great. And I do think there's this upside for him that he's actually way better than we realize. Like he's been growing into more of a star. And last year, him being the go-to guy, that maybe it's just in him now. And that would be the flip side of what you're saying. So I really want to bet on the over on this one. But I think you might be right that it's a little bit more flat between the three other guys. 7.2 threes a game. This is the real one. Last year he was getting like, he still got more shots in general, but he was taking more twos, unassisted twos and things like that. To your point, those might be what get cut out, but threes, it might be a thing. Like get to the corners, man.
Yeah.
Get to the corners. You're going to be open in this team.
7.2, I might go slightly higher. I mean, that would have led the Nuggets last year. Porter led the Nuggets with 6.4 per game.
And he never gets to his spots.
Right. I just think he's going to be wide open so much. I'll take slightly over on 7.2.
Do you like, because it's a career high for him, 7.2. Do you think he's going to even get more threes up?
Yeah, I'll take that over.
Okay. I like it. Well, this goes along with the next one, 39% from three. He did have some crazy outlier years earlier in his career, namely in Phoenix in 2022, where he shot 42.5% from three. Mm-hmm. Of course, that was him coming off the bench. That great team went to the finals, which is kind of, I guess, like the role he'll have here. I mean, not off the bench, but just in terms of like, I'm not the guy setting things up. We got those guys. I'm just catching. 39% seems low. I feel like it's going to be over, but I don't know if it's going to be like it's much over.
It's also 7.2 is a lot. So if we're punching up the volume, going over on that percentage is tough too.
What would you rather have? 42%, 5.5 threes a game. 39%, 7.5 threes a game. Two more attempts.
Isn't it like this? Probably about the same.
I'm asking you, what would you rather have him two more attempts, 3 percentage points lower, or would you rather him more efficient but the volume's lower?
I'd say the attempts. I'd say I want the attempts up. That's not a big enough difference.
3%?
Yeah, I'd want the more attempts.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides, like the fact that someone could probably run the math on that, I don't.
I'm gonna guess it's about the same.
I like the idea. Like I think sometimes Porter had a lot of utility just from being the only threat to shoot, and I do want Cam to take that right from him, like take that torch from him and keep that going. So, the percentage is nice, the points are nice, but also just this dynamic in the half court defense of like. That guy's always going to space the floor. As long as he's out there, we have to guard him. That's most important to me.
All right, we have to take a break, but on the other side, I have one more for Cam Johnson, and it might be the most important or telling one of his entire stat profile.
If you're heading out on a summer road trip, got to order up at raisingcanes.com or on the Canes mobile app to satisfy your chicken finger fix in a snap. Raising Canes, you know what they're about. Every chicken finger is hand battered, cooked to order. Every crinkle cut fry is crispy and perfectly salted. Every single piece of Texas toast is buttered to perfection. Every
what about
Cane's
that sauce? Oh, the sauce.
It's made in restaurant each day.
They make that in restaurant?
Made in restaurant each day.
No wonder it's delicious.
Are you hungry yet? Get your order today at Cane's and keep the road trip going. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one loaf.
How about Monarch Money, also known as Monarch Money if you read it normally? Finances can be messy and confusing. Monarch Money acts like your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control so you can stop earning and start growing. Tell you guys a little secret. I fired up my free trial at Monarch recently. And so I now have a personal CFO in my pocket and on my computer screen.
Just yelling at you?
Just yelling, and everything you're doing is wrong, buddy. But it did help me visualize, as everyone else, I've got a lot of subscriptions. Apple's charging me for stuff I definitely am not getting or asking for. So that's a whole thing. With Monarch Money, you can see it all in front of you and you can draw a budget, and it's really simple. And it's clean and it's easy. And that's the way I like these things. So check out Monarch Money. Get control of your overall finances with Monarch Money. Use code DNVR at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off of your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com in your browser with code DNVR.
All right, so back here, hit the like button, hop in the Toyota chat, join the conversation, join the team here. So here's the one. Last year he shot a career low 21.3% of his three-point attempts came from the corners. But his career average is 33.1%. But if you look at this, early in his career, you're just in the corners. That's all you do. As he was in Brooklyn, now fewer of your shots in the corners because you're more on ball. So 33.1% is right at his career average. So will this be more of his threes are going to come from the corners or fewer from his average?
I'm taking over.
Like a higher part of his profile is going to be get to the corners, man, and just knock them down.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if this comes down to how different the offense looks this year. If it looks exactly as it did last year, more of his shots maybe do just come from the corners. But then again, they got MPJ moving when they wanted to, so... Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, Porter would get in the corners. He just didn't like it, and he wanted to. Yeah. He would drift slowly across.
And Cam
the game.
likes it.
Yeah, Cam will do it with a smile and a salute. So I just think And he said it at his introduction. I mean, he actively likes playing that way, I think. He's very, very happy being a guy feasting from the corner off of a guy like Jokic.
I think early on in the trade, my hope and some excitement and maybe even leaning this way was that Cam was going to show us a blend of this more high usage on ball version, but then more efficient. It was going to be some blend. The more I chew on it, the more I think he might actually be a low volume or low usage, but just in the corners guy. And so I would take the over on this, that I think it might be that he's just getting a bunch of corner threes and knocking them down. And not that he's not going to also get to be pick and roll and do some of that stuff. I just don't know if it's going to be like special.
Yeah, right. But you're getting that utility and you're not overpaying for it. And now you have a bit more flexibility to build the rest of the roster. I agree. I mean, the thing about 2023 is both Mike and KCP in the corners, teams felt like we have to guard that. And that's like, Jokic and Murray haven't gotten any, in the aggregate, they both still know how to be impactful. And as much as other teams and other defenses have gotten better, the spacing has just collapsed for Denver from 2023. They do not have two guys in the corners at all times that make defenses think twice. And Cam is a guy that can do that in the corner and will do it willingly. And I think there's as much in him being, like eager in that role. There's as much value there as there is him scoring 22, 23.
I think so. As I move more towards Cam Johnson being a corner guy a little bit more, the number one guy I think it affects is Aaron Gordon. And he has maybe the most interesting over-under of the entire year if you just compare to last year. And we'll start here. 28.4 minutes last year.
Wow.
Isn't that so much lower than you would have guessed?
Yeah.
28.4 minutes per game. I mean, I think, and so when I almost changed it to be like, we know he'll go over, but then I was like, you know what? Let's pause for a second. Maybe that's not crazy. Because even in the years before, he was only playing about 31, 30, 31 and a half. So like, it's not like he was in the 33 range. He was in that 31, but last year, 28 and a half. I think this is overwind.
Yeah. Well, he also had that stretch of games last year where he came off the bench.
10 of them or so. How many total games did he not start? 9?
It was about
9?
that. Yeah.
9.
So I think the more you think about it, maybe that's the type of number you're just shooting for with Aaron Gordon at this point in his career.
28 and a half.
I mean, he's about to turn 30 years old, younger than me, but once you get over 30 in the NBA, that feels like a mark of, when, you got to start thinking about that stuff more. So 28.4, I mean, I wonder if it's like 28 this year, if it's even slightly lower.
I'm going to say over because I'm just going to hope that AG doesn't have a lingering calf issue all year long from training camp beyond.
Get that taken care of, and then that doesn't happen. Here's one reason to be high on Denver. AG really does obviously give the Nuggets an important piece of depth, an important dynamic. And as much as I have said on the show that I think he is a replaceable for like large stretches, like he misses 10 games, I think the Nuggets don't die the way they do some other guys. But at the same time, they are better with him. Like there's no question. And part of me goes, if he just plays 3-4 minutes more a game, does that actually make a difference?
I think yes. I think AG was understandably, I'm not criticizing him, missing for larger parts of the season.
He hurt his calf. What was it? 6 games into the year?
Abu Dhabi even. I think he hurt it.
Abu Dhabi.
Against the Celtics. I think that was the beginning of the calf issue. I think you're right. Never went away.
Yeah.
And, he had such a loud playoffs that you would now think about Aaron Gordon from last season as much as anyone.
Yeah.
But leading into that, like AG, it was kind of a missing AG year for large stretches.
Bro, this chair, I swear it goes down during the show.
You don't know what happened? There's not like you hit a button?
It just gradually sinks me.
What about this one? 6.2 rebounds per game. That would be his career average. But last season, I did not flag this. 4.8, lowest of his career. I mean, he was out on the perimeter a lot more.
Yeah.
Could this be? You said Michael Porter's gone. Maybe there's more rebounds to be had.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over on this one.
But it's up from 4.8 was last year. So 6.2 is career average.
So
that's his career average. Like, does he go back to his career average?
Before I make a determination on that, I will say my headline on Aaron Gordon this year is I expect him to be more typically Aaron Gordon. So like that could mean, not as great from the 3-point line, but the rebounds are up. He's more of a physical presence. We see his defense more, that kind of a thing. So
it's surprising he only averaged 4.8 rebounds considering he played backup center some last year.
Yeah.
And I got to think he's going to play way less of that this season.
I mean, you would hope. Something went wrong. About 3.5 assists per game. This would tie his Nuggets career high, which he set in 2024. Interestingly enough, not last year, the year before. This is the one I might take the over on again, just because I am curious if they just really lean into the shooting and make him the Jokic 4-5 or your 2-point guards. You know, you're running everything's. We talk about inverted basketball. You could truly invert it by giving AG the rock.
Ball's gonna be popping more assists.
I kind of like it. How about we were tempted to do the 3-point thing. He shot too high from 3. I don't think any of us would take the over on that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He didn't finish as many dunks or around the rim or play as much. So I went with effective field goal percentage, 60.2%, which was a career high last year, but almost identical to what he did in the 2023 season, albeit on a completely different shot profile. It wasn't threes. It was just dunking everything. I wonder if he could maybe not be 42% from 3 like last year. Maybe it's 38.
Yeah.
But he actually is just back to a little bit more healthy, getting a lot more dunks. And it's like both things are above the threshold, and he's actually the most efficient year of his career.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be best case scenario if Aaron Gordon isn't your best shooter statistically from 3 this year.
I'll take slightly under the percentage, but I'll buy the nature of the shot profile changing and it probably being a good thing.
I think he's going to have a very efficient. And one of the takes that this experiment has made me really lean into, him and Jokic, I think are going to be very efficient this year. I think that's going to be the biggest fallout, and that includes him. So I think he's going to be
between them.
It's going to be incredible.
It's locked in.
And then 3.4 threes a game. That's what he took last year, which was obviously a career high. So not even the makes, just the volume. 3.4. What do you think, Wind?
3.4 what?
At 3-point attempts. That was a career high last year. That's what he took.
I mean, that was more than Christian took per game in the regular season. 3.4, but then
he's been working on it.
Then you think about the fact that he's coming off the season that he had. His confidence is going to be through the roof again.
Maybe it's an evolution. That wasn't a one-off. It was an evolution.
And I'll say more because, I mean, the Nuggets took, the fewest 3-point attempts per game in the league last year?
Yeah. Or up in,
they were near the bottom. They're just going to take
Yeah.
a lot more as a team. So I'll say Aaron Gordon takes
more. Is this a trend? Is he?
I'm going to say under on the attempts for AG. But because I think, again, it's by virtue of being healthier. I don't think all of his profile changing was that their spacing was different last year. I think he knew he couldn't be a monster in the paint the way he would like to be on a night-to-night basis. So I think he'll get back to that more.
I'm going to go under 2. I don't think it's going to be crazy. Like he went up a 1.5 or something like that for year over year. It was a meaningful amount. He might go down 0.4.
Yeah.
He might be at 3 a game, but because I do think he'll be inside a little bit more. But here's the big one. 130 dunks. That would tie 2022. He had way more in 23 and in 2024. So he was dunking the hell out of the ball. 170 and 160, I believe. Like, remember, that's all he was doing was dunking. He had 178 and 171. Last year, he had 63. 63. So I set the line at 130, which would be lower than his peak of 170 to 180, basically. 130. What do you think?
Oh, man. This is a tough one, the way you phrase it. So, again, this is his peak.
Lower than his peak, but way higher than last year.
And the number's what again? Sorry?
It's 130. Last year was 63, for reference.
I'll say under.
Oh, man.
I'll go higher.
You go higher?
Yeah. That doesn't check out with everything else I've said. I'll go higher.
I'm going over. Some
of this has to do, does he play enough games, right?
I think he's going to play more, spacing is going to be better, more room in the paint.
I think so too. I think that has a lot to do with this. There's going to be a lot of there's pick your poison season against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shooting out there. There's a lot of guys, and I just think you're going to have to pick. Do we make Jokic a scorer?
Some teams might think about that.
Stick to the or collapse and force the ball to pop, open shooters, or is it we have to rotate off of AG and we get a lot of finale oops this year? A lot of just like boom, there it is.
We
again.
did not have nearly enough finale oops last year.
63 total dunks. I mean, we didn't even have there were not that many options.
It sucked.
This could be the return year of the finale oop. In fact, maybe that's going to be one of my bold takes this year. The most finale oops ever.
Oh, I would love
we had like
that.
None last year.
Murray to Jokic to AG.
The amount of finale oops is really a good barometer for the vibes of the team.
Oh, the health of the offense.
Oh, for sure.
Totally. But on the flip side, we did get a buzzer beating / alley-oop put back alley-oop dunk from Aaron Gordon.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
You know who had
we did get that.
You know who had a finale oop last year? Jalen Pickett. Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the pick
No,
and
I
roll
don't.
to Jokic? You don't remember this?
I don't remember.
Because he had to catch it under the net and lay it up. It was the ultimate like.
So finale layup.
Yeah, it was a finale layup. It was an oop.
I did not file that one away, but
pretty
I'll go
funny.
look
I
for
did.
it.
I did not remember that.
You guys didn't remember?
I did not.
Wyndon and I we were looking for this. I look back.
Talk about
the
this.
Jalen Pickett. Did you see my tweet from earlier? The Jalen Pickett triple-double game.
This was in our pre-show.
Do you remember
meeting.
it?
Yeah, I remember it. I did see your tweet too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I tweet the starting lineup for that game, which somehow you only remember things. You don't remember the rest of the context. Russell Westbrook and Jalen Pickett backcourt.
Yeah.
Hunter Tyson, Zeke Naji, DeAndre Jordan.
That was the starting.
Heck
That
of
was
a
the
starting
starting
five.
lineup.
He got 10 assists in that lineup.
Wow.
Who was making all these shots? Did Westbrook have 10 makes?
Westbrook almost had a triple-double too.
Yeah,
I
he had the
remember.
game as
Yeah, he had 9 assists or something.
Dude, if we had it too, if there was a double triple-double
With
game
that
without
lineup?
Murray or Jokic or Mike or AG.
Last year
dude.
was so
Maybe
weird.
Malone
Or
was a good
CB.
coach.
Last year was so weird.
All right, the last one for today, the big fella himself. Don't know if you've heard of him, Nikola Jokic. These ones, we can run through the first ones because I think they're kind of obvious. Although we speculated that Jokic might just go Shaq mode this year and score a bunch,
turn him
make
into
him
a
a scorer. He did score 29.6 points per game last year.
This is tough.
Hold on, rule of Miroslav.
I know. I was just gonna say I want to say under on like everything because his life is easier. You know,
In minutes, I mean, come on. Is he going to
Right.
play 37 minutes again?
but is that
Yeah.
but does that track with the golden rule of Miroslav?
This is definitely under.
Points per game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take under.
Definitely?
I mean,
Kale,
obviously,
just make a bookmark of this.
obviously
Just in
not
case.
definitely.
Just in
we keep
case.
saying obviously. I just don't know if it's that obvious.
I know.
he averaged 37 minutes per game last year.
He might get this done in 33.
Well, I mean, if they make him into a scorer.
I mean, here's the thing about Jokic. He literally has not gotten worse any year so far in his career. If he
Well, the other big factor here is the 3-point percentage going to dip?
Yeah.
Is this an
probably.
every other year type thing?
Yeah. It could be. Well, here's the thing. Let me give you this. One of these has to go up. You have to take it. 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, 10.2 assists.
Assists all day. Assists all day for me. It's weird. I keep saying everyone's assists are up, but I'm not going over on anyone's points. Like,
By the way, scoring? Well, first of all, didn't the Nuggets
Nuggets are just going to have like 10 guys averaging 10 points a game.
Yeah.
Didn't the Nuggets have the second or third most assists as a
They
team?
had the
ever?
most.
Was it the most?
Most in the league.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
he's
in the
saying
league.
ever.
I'm saying of all time,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were like
Second
third
or
all
third-
time
I think
as a
second or
team.
third all time.
It was like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Showtime Lakers beat them.
Yep, and this one Bucks team, I think. as
Yeah,
well.
and so Denver was right there, and yet we're taking the over on everyone's assists.
But definitely over on Jokic's assists.
I'm going to take over on rebounds. This might be the year that Jokic just is like the gravity of this team spreads everyone out. That every miss is just Jokic offensive rebound put back. That's where actually he's not even posting up and stuff. He's just rebound put back.
What would your dream stat line be like?
Like a realistic Jokic
realistic average for this year if everything goes right.
I mean, the thing about Jokic, when you ask a question like this, is it sounds dumb to give like 30, 15, and 10. But I'm also like, that's not that crazy, man. It's literally just a few more rebounds than last year. It's 3 more rebounds a game than what he did last year.
So you got to pick up for Michael Porter leaving. There's some rebounds. that he
Maybe,
had.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like 25, but it was 12 and 12. Or
Oh,
13,
a triple dozen?
You know what I mean?
Could he have the first ever triple dozen?
I mean, the
Ooh,
12 assists
trademark.
per game.
12
assists per
assists
game is
per game
ridiculous.
would be
It's
insane.
ridiculous, and I'm getting a little carried away.
How about 24, 12, and 12? It's like there's like a math to it.
Sure.
I mean, I think he has a good chance to, not a good chance. Like Trae Young's always leading league in assists.
Yeah.
And he will probably again, but he's got a chance to potentially lead the league in assists.
But I do think my dream is 12-12. I'd never predict it, but
That would be so
a
dumb.
triple
A
dozen
triple
is cool.
dozen would
Triple
be cool.
dozen would be sweet.
Because right now, nobody really uses that other than Miroslav and, us in the Nuggets community. But if he actually popularized the triple dozen, because wasn't this the thing with like Magic? Like Oscar, had these, but they didn't really ever talk about them. And then it became a thing, a little bit more of a thing with Magic. Can you imagine if triple double? That's old. Triple dozen.
Right.
That's the new thing you say.
Triple doubles, yeah, overrated.
A lot of guys had
obviously.
triple doubles.
Yeah, like yeah.
Triple dozens. That was like real rare.
triple dozens.
And then 20 years from now, they're interviewing Jokic, and he's like, "Yeah, I would have gone for it more if I would have known it was a thing." All right. So on that note, 34 triple doubles. This one, that's a lot.
That's so many.
That's so many triple doubles, and yet
He's going to go over.
Over.
If we all think his assists will go
I think Wynn's
up,
right.
That's the
which
only
we
number that's
all
close.
do,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that usually prevents him from.
I'm not sure his assists go up because I don't know if
Okay.
his minutes are down, and he was 10.2. It wasn't like it was crazy.
So the all-time record for a single season is 42.
That's Russ. Yeah,
Yep,
he did
that's
it
Russ.
against Denver at the very end.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he beat Russ's record?
Well, he joked about this in that video.
oh man, can you
Remember, like
imagine?
he said,
Yeah.
"I'm going to beat your triple double record," and then laugh about it for the rest
he
of
did do
your
that.
career.
Yeah.
man.
Why not? Why not? Like this is the
He said that as a joke, of course, but maybe he was serious.
To me, this is of all the categories, like this is our rule of Miroslav one. Why not?
How
Why
many, Kale? Do you remember how many he is away from the all-time record? Can you look
I
it up
can look
here?
it up
Because
real
it's
quick,
like
yep.
40. Some. I mean, it's 46.
It's
or
in
something.
reach this
It's-
year, but he'll have to have the most triple doubles of his
of
career.
all time. I think it's like 46 or something like that. And it would be pretty dope for him to break that record. Although I guess Russ is probably going to get some this year if he plays for somebody. Although
don't
maybe
know,
he doesn't play.
Sacramento.
So
man, there's a
he
lot of-
is
that where he
he's
went?
30 he's
sounds
39
like where he's
away.
gonna play.
He's 39 away from tying Russell Westbrook's
Right.
record.
39.
I mean, just think about how many
But Russ-
soundboard doubles he had last year.
Oh, that's a great.
He's pretty much guaranteed to pass Oscar this year.
I'm taking over.
Yeah, over.
All right, what F it? I'll go over with you guys. I do think he's playing fewer minutes, but maybe the triple doubles just. I mean, here's the thing about Yoke. We haven't watched. I'm lower on Yoke right now because we haven't watched him for a while.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a rare example where your imagination is not as good as reality, and then when you watch him, you're like, oh, that's right. He's way better than I remember.
Yeah, and like you're like, you know, it's like, well, his minutes will go down. But Jokic already started a new triple double trend last year, which was just getting them all before the fourth quarter even starts.
Well, that's what I was going to say. How many
If
games?
his minutes go down, that's what he's going to have to do.
Yeah, but
How many first quarters did he have? 6, 7 assists.
Well, he had a string of 5 straight games where he got a triple
what?
double in the third quarter.
all right. I'm taking it. I'm going over.
Let's go.
Over. I think we're going over.
It's just more fun to ride this one.
triple-double.
It's more fun to ride this one.
We might have to count this down the
Let's
entire
go.
year, baby. Let's go.
this next one's an under for sure.
4.7 threes
Attempted?
attempted. That was a career high.
Jokic got after it with the threes last year.
He really did.
I would just think maybe it's a little less.
Three ball hasn't looked so great for Serbia so far.
I'd say slightly under. I actually say significantly under. Like he'll take maybe under 4 per
This
game.
is the one stat that Yoke really can see year over year. Like he sometimes takes a lot, sometimes takes a little.
Well, I mean, I think last year it was no coincidence that the Nuggets had no shooters and he decided to take more
Agreed.
threes.
I
Like
agree.
that was obviously something that he
Agreed.
thought about.
Probably didn't want to do 82 games of getting
Like
bracketed.
fine, it was
and
a
doubled
fine,
and-
I'll do it
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I think you're right. This one might be way down because the year before he shot 2.9.
Yeah, last year
Yeah.
was crazy.
4.7 is
He
double
could, he
that,
could
almost.
still take a lot, and I think it'd be under this. So.
All right, here's my one I did with AG, and I'm going to do it with him as well. 62.7 effective field goal percentage, which, by the way, is insane. His career high was in 2023, which was 66%. Yeah, he was 62.7%. I might give it, yeah, I said that right. 66% effective field goal percentage he shot in 2023, the championship season. Ball was popping, spacing was great, defense was good. Here's my take. I might holster for the preview series. Bold take. I think this might be his most efficient year.
Let's go. Let's go.
This might be a year where Yoke's like, can I just shoot 72% effective field goal percentage?
Well,
That's
wasn't
fine.
it his the floater zone where he's historically the best ever? Wasn't he not up to his usual?
Because there were more guys in there.
Right.
So he
He
had
was- didn't
a
have
little
his
bit
typical
worse.
spacing, yeah.
And I think around the rim in general, he was
Yeah,
just,
he didn't have the touch last year,
man, here's what's how this
but
season.
he was still like historic.
Oh, he shot his face off from three.
We're for sure having a month, and it might be like early in the year or something. We're going to have one of those months where it's like Jokic for the month of January is shooting 87% effective field goal percent. Like he'll have a month where he's just on fire, but also not
Yeah.
shooting that much. And it's like, yeah, man, he's just scores every time. And then last, but certainly not least, 22 heaves.
over.
22 heaves, a record. Are you really taking the over?
Yeah, I
So-
think last year was just the beginning.
So I'm gonna take the under.
Oh, boo.
And I hope Jokic protests this new bullshit rule that the league put in. Write the report, Kale, where now they're not counting those as shot attempts if they miss. So everybody's gonna take them now. I hope Jokic protests it
This would
and
be
no
so
longer
beautiful.
takes heaves.
I would love it if he dribbles the clock out because he's just like, it doesn't feel right doing it if there's
This
nothing you
bullshit
lose.
Adam Silver rule that he put in.
I love that read. Unfortunately, I think my logic on it is Jokic, who's already truly obsessed with heaving. Like he just,
Yeah.
like he just,
No.
Yeah, he kind of likes it. I
he
think
found
it's
a
fun.
puppy and he's like, I'm never leaving this puppy. And now the league is not going to penalize him.
Oh, he might.
He's going to let this sucker fly,
yeah,
man.
no, you're right. I
I
could see it going up too.
I-
He loves it.
Again,
loves it.
We're in the deep off season, guys. We get to do all of our little pet theories and stuff about Jokic. You know, he's being a little passive some of these games for Team Serbia. Seems like maybe he's demonstrating if I'm willing to sacrifice. He does this a lot. We've seen it. If I'm willing to sacrifice, everybody else will take it. And then the real games happen and he gets serious. I wonder if the heaves are a little bit like that. Like, I don't care about my percentage. I'm 45% from three leading the league. I don't care. I'll heave it. It was a note. But now to your point that they're not. Half of his heaves last year, sneaky underrated thing. There was like a second and a half on the clock. Do you guys remember this? There was a lot of plays where he would get the ball at the foul line, heave it, and it would hit the rim by the time the thing went, where he could have taken one, maybe even
totally.
You're
two
saying
dribbles.
he prefers to take
Yes.
the most difficult heave.
And I just wonder if this year there's no penalty. He's like, all right, but if I get across half court, it's no longer a heave. Let me get to half court.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, so you think
No.
he purposely wasn't crossing half court?
I think he took heaves to Adam's point that he had time to mitigate.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
the funniest
He
thing
could have
about
made it a
Jokic's
long three, but he was like,
the
you know what?
funniest thing about Jokic heaves is that he loved taking them one-handed.
Yeah.
Which there's no way you have a better chance of
Yeah.
hitting a shot if you do it that than like a normal
It's
shot.
water polo. The old water polo style. It's a water polo.
where he
No,
does.
I
water
think
polo that he barely
does.
played. Yeah.
My favorite part about the heaves is when he
loves
doesn't when
the
he
one
doesn't
hand.
get them because like a player doesn't inbound the ball
Oh, yeah.
fast enough.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so visibly
mad.
pissed.
He's like,
Yeah.
you bounce that ball to me so I can heave it.
I think
You wanna be
Kiwan
a
actually
Denver
talked
Nugget.
about that on a podcast recently.
Oh, yeah. How he wanted the hit.
Yoke told him to like
Dude.
volleyball set it to him.
I actually love that P-Watt talked about that because he was asked
He
about.
was proud he got the assist on
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the ones Yoke made.
Yeah, two. I think both.
Oh yeah, I think
it
you're right.
was
On both of Yoke's, he
Yeah.
because
Kale's
P-Watt
right.
with the assist.
When the guys just roll it out there, he looks at them like, come on, man.
yeah,
Are you
like
serious?
give
You're-
it to me in my shooting pocket.
You're
man.
wasting 0.3 seconds of our chance here.
Yeah.
The heaves thing would be fun if he does it again. It would just be fun if he was known for heaving the ball.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, last
Every
year
year
kind of
it's
was
2030.
Yeah,
Becomes a whole thing. I don't know.
I love
We got 3 minutes to kill here. No super chats. Is that right, Kale?
No super chats?
You know what I don't understand? Kale was gone last week. Everybody super chatted.
So many super
know.
chats.
But then-
wow, that's something to
I
consider,
don't.
Kel.
Yeah, I don't know if is it what's Kale doing that you guys don't like to super chat Kale? Is we could just kind of try to get to the bottom of this one.
When should we eat quesaritos on the show?
We can do it tomorrow if you want to do. I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah.
They exist still.
Let me know so I can get my lactate in order.
Well, that would be back-to-back days with Taco Bell for me.
I'm glad we didn't do it
this
today.
partnership's off to a great start.
I made a kind of a big lunch today, so I'm glad we didn't do it today.
I'll go get quesaritos before the show tomorrow.
Oh, Kale. The Kale
Good to have you
Cerrito.
back, Kale.
Kale Cerrito is
Kale's
here.
back out of the
Dion's not
doghouse.
doing
just
that
like
for us,
that.
man.
Yeah.
What else
I
is
love
going on
Dion.
in our lives right now that you can talk about in 1 minute?
I started watching the original Star Trek series. It's really good, but it's very old.
What made you go to that?
I rewatched the reboot, the 2009 Chris Pine one.
Oh, okay.
And I thought Chris
Are
Pine
those
was
good or
great.
no?
They're fun. The first one's good. And Chris Pine's great. But then everyone says he's no Shatner. And I'm like, how good could it be? But Shatner really is that guy.
Really?
Shatner really is that guy. You're like right off the bat, you're like, I'm following this guy for sure. Yeah.
I'm on the Fargo rewatch. We talk about this. I think it might be my favorite TV series. It's so good. It's even better on
It's
second
amazing.
watch.
That guy has a film coming out.
Well,
and,
he's got the TV show now, Alien Earth.
No,
But
but he has a movie coming out starring Chris Pine. So
Hey,
yeah.
there's the connection.
There's
You
the
did it.
connection.
See
yeah.
how you connect to us.
I'm not like watching
Love
anything
Island?
now.
What do we got here?
No, I don't watch that bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Although
Are
the
you
new,
serious?
the
I don't
new
watch Love
season
Island.
of Love Island that's about to come out was filmed in Denver, so we have to do like watch parties and
Really?
stuff at the bar.
Denver's not much of an
We have
island, I
done,
found.
yeah.
It was filmed in Denver. That's not
Yeah,
an
it was
island.
the new season.
Really, that's a
Wait, are
stretch
they
of
not
the
on an
island,
island?
concept for sure.
Oh, man. All right. Cue that outro music, Kale. It is good to have you back. It is good for everybody to be joining us here. Best hour of the day. Everybody knows it. It's
was
been
fun.
fun hanging out with you guys. We will be back again tomorrow. So, wait, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, we're building up to the last Jokic preseason game. And then I talked with our bar staff today. We will be airing at least some. I'm trying to get all of the Serbian games. Let us know. In fact, hit us up. at DNVR Nuggets, if you would come to watch one of these games, Serbia is playing in Eurobasket, and we'll throw them on, obviously, on the TVs, but I got to convince the bar manager to open the bar early. We open it up, nobody shows, because it's like, I don't know if people will come on a Wednesday at 12 o'clock. Right. But if you would, head on down, let us know on social media so we can get that going. Hit that like button on the way out.